And that word, struck me, simple. But the good thing about it is that the simple is actually an acronym. X is for security and social welfare. I is infrastructural development and urban renewal. M is manpower development. P is public-private partnership. L is leadership by example. And the E is employment and empowerment. To me, this program is a comprehensive roadmap that will be able to bring sustainable prosperity to our state and holistic development all around. I believe this is a doable document, and by the grace of God, when we get elected, we intend to faithfully implement it. One of the first things we mentioned is how to mobilize resources to be able to actualize our agenda. And one of the first things we thought we would do is to set up an economic team. An economic team made up of experts who will be able to look at various aspects of our state and come up with workable programs. We have tried to do so in this document, but this document does not cover details. And unfortunately, the government we have right now is a government that is not transparent. And because of that, it's very difficult to get actual figures about what is happening. They present budgets, and you're not able to get even a percentage of budget performance. So that itself is a limitation. If you want to get statistics on school enrollment, that too is a problem. But we want to first start by having a very strong economic team. We believe that is a good starting point.
There is one on the ground?
No, the one on ground exists only in name. I can tell you, you can't be talking about, you are chairman of an economic team without anybody saying they are members. Who are the members? How many times have they met? What policies did they come up with?
There is no economic team.
No, it exists in name. It's just one person who is chairman of an economic team. If they ever had any meeting, maybe at the beginning they had one or two meetings.
So
that is not the kind of.
It's a fraud.
No, it's a fraud.
Well, that is the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP's candidate, Pastor Osagie Ezeyamo. Well, if you're talking about the PDP's candidate, well, some people will be talking about the APC candidate because a lot of people believe that those two candidates are going to be the gladiators in this race, and perhaps any other candidates will join in the ring in this particular race for the governorship seat of Edo State come 28th of September 2016. The earlier date was shifted and rescheduled to this very date. What will happen on that day? Security, INEC preparations, all we will be following and covering for you on Channels Television. So stay with us. But of course, you know that we're live right now in Benin City, the capital of Edo State, where tonight the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, an investment banker, will be joining us right now in the studio. Many thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much, Sheldon.
Yeah, a lot of people will be wondering, you heard the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. You want to contest, or you want to be the governor of Edo State. And one will be wondering, you say that you want to continue where the present government will stop at some point. People will say, is there really anything to continue from? Should the people of Edo State want to continue with this government?
Oh, certainly. Sheldon, if you cast your mind back, before this government came into power, about 8 years ago, there was practically no government in Edo State. The state of security was a nightmare. If you recall, you couldn't go to the bank and drive home safe with your money. During the rainy season, like now, you practically could not drive into Benin City because of flood and because there was no infrastructure. Our schools were in tatters. If the school system was what it was, what we saw 8 years ago, I may not have gone to school. So when we came in 8 years ago, we started a whole process of rebuilding the state. First, reenacting what government should be. Because up till then, it's really unfortunate that the quality of leadership we had behaved as if they were outlaws. There was, you know, for government, I mean, in Government House, for instance, you practically, the city, nothing happened in Edo State. Which is just, that's the long and short before we came into power. So what has happened in the last 8 years? We've tried to reenact government. We have now a government that is transparent, that is accountable, so much so that institutions like the World Bank have picked out Edo State and Lagos as the only sub-national governments on the continent where they extended a budget support facility to.
Isn't that the reason why Edo State has so much debt burden?
No, Edo State doesn't have that much debt burden.
I mean, what is Edo State debt burden right now?
Edo State's debt burden in Naira is about 60 billion Naira. And our tax, our revenues annually is in excess of 25 billion, which means that if we decided to pay all our debts, 2 years worth of tax revenues at current rate will pay out our debts. So debt, you know, I mean, our debt burden is something we are managing. You can't run governments without debts. But what is interesting is that we're still able to pay salaries, pay our contractors, even with this so-called debt burden. Anyway, back to the issue. The issue here is, over the last 8 years, we've reenacted the state. We've shown that Edo can work. We've built over 1,000 kilometers of quality roads. We have rebuilt 50% of our primary school infrastructure and about 35% of our secondary school infrastructure.
We need to go on a short break. But when we return, I will be asking the candidate of the APC so much about what the programs of the party is for the people of Edo State if they elect him as the governor of the state in the coming years. Stay with us. We'll be right back.